Pochettino's point of view, he said he was so happy and so pleased tonight. What a difference a couple of weeks makes, because the picture looks so different now for Chelsea, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, look, you look back about 7 weeks ago, there was little whispers that is he going to lose his job? I'm really pleased for him because I like Maurizio. He's a great man. He really is a nice man, and I'm pleased to see him turning it round. Actually, he's got that consistency in results. I think he'll prefer some consistent performances. As I've said, strangely enough, they've performed very well against the better teams in the league, and the cup games they got up for, they really could have easily beaten City in the semi-final, the FA Cup. So although they could end up in Europe this year, which would be a real bonus for them from where they were 6-7 weeks ago, I think he'll be absolutely delighted with the way they're playing. And there's a foundation, there's a stepping stone for next season, and there will be more progression next season. That's, I think, how he'll be looking at it. If European football comes along, that's a bonus.
For me, is the best game. I don't know. Sorry, maybe I don't know if it's the best game, but of course, that the most happy I am after. Because in the way that we play, in the way that we compete, that is what we wanted from the beginning of the season. That is that we want to apply to the team, and of course today we were so competitive. In this way, we can grow, we can do better, we can improve.
And that wasn't a great night for us. Didn't really reach the levels, anywhere near the levels we need to get a result here tonight. And fair to say, we didn't play anywhere near. As I said, the levels to get something out of the game, and we didn't deserve it.
Of course, always we talk about the identity of the clubs and players that grow on the club and came through the system of the academy system. I think they have the capacity, in this type of game to give a little bit more always, because it's emotional. But that doesn't mean that the player that maybe arrive from, not through the system of the academy, don't feel the same, because you can see Thiago how emotional is now, and how you can build this bond with your team. But of course, in that case, as you say, they were fantastic. But the whole team was fantastic. But of course, Trevoh and Connor, they were.
Yeah, look, I mean, it wasn't a great night, and it's fair to say we didn't play anywhere near the sort of football and didn't have the mindset that I expect us to have. So that's on me. I've got to take responsibility for that. Ultimately, I'm the one that's putting him out there, preparing him for it, and when we're so far off it, I've got to look at myself and see how I'm preparing this team for it.
Player that they didn't suffer injury, and you can see today in the way that they can, work, the work ethic and like this. It's true that I was a little bit unlucky from the beginning of the season, that we suffered some, for different reasons, some negative circumstances, injury, that never we were capable to work, to work with the whole team in the way that we have the capacity to work. And that also, that happened, and it's not easy to create a competitive, group of players that can, go to the pitch 100% feeling really, really, in their best form, always with circumstance. But I think today, in the last few weeks, I think we are trying to find.
Like I said, we lacked a real sort of conviction and positive mindset in our football. We just didn't really have any fluency, any sort of aggression with and without the ball, and it's a bit unlike us. But because if nothing else, we've always been very competitive, and especially in the first half, it was missing today.
Tony Madueke today, that for me, unbelievable. But if you analyze him from the beginning of the season and all the conversation and meetings and clips and videos and like this, he was capable today that, did a fantastic job with the ball, that of course is an offensive player, but without the ball, doing a fantastic effort, helping Alfie to defend in the zone. And that is what we need, for the future, build this, spirit, very competitive, because if we don't compete, and we have quality player, and but it's not a real team competing when we don't have the ball that we're like today. Today is a great example, a good example, that when we won,
we needed to freshen up the team. I thought we going to need some legs today. Obviously, they've got a real sort of mobile and quick front 3-4, and I just felt we needed some legs in the midfield. And with Biss and Pape coming in, with Decky in there, I thought it would help us. Fair to say, it didn't.
Yes, it's important player, of course, but I am not involved in the decision. It's the club and Connor.
But you want him to stay, presumably.
I am not involved. That is a situation that they need to fix in between the club and the.
Confirming for you on the table, they're 7 points behind Aston Villa. In this run-in, it is going to be extremely difficult. And he said as much. He said, our confidence is not gone. Didn't want to say that, but he just said it's incredibly difficult now, that top 4 spot.
Well, I think that confidence has took a blow. There's no doubt about it. They've lost, 2 London derbies at home to Arsenal and today against Chelsea. So that's a blow anyway. But now they've got, they haven't got an easy fixture next. No. They go away up to Liverpool, who have still got an outside chance. And they've got some tough fixtures still. Liverpool, Man City at home is always going to be tough. And you get the feeling here, if you're a betting man, you're not back in Tottenham. You're thinking Villa are going to get that Champions League spot.
Yeah, Liverpool and Man City are the standout ones there, aren't they? They obviously need to get results against Burnley and Sheffield United, but 2 very difficult games for Tottenham. And like I say, confidence is a huge thing in football. And off the back of the 2 results, and obviously the heavy defeat against Newcastle, was it? You can see why the confidence has took a little bit of a blow.
That Burnley game, we're kind of just skimming over it. I understand with Sheffield United, they are already relegated. Burnley still have something to play for.
Well, they will do.
Yeah.
They'll be hoping by the time they play them, they've got to still be in the hunt to stay up. It's at the moment, of course they are. And Burnley are finding some good form as well. They've always played good football. Company's had them really playing some lovely football, be it they're down the bottom. It's the risk football when you're down there. But you know what? That confidence, what we're talking about, you're a different animal as a team. If you're playing with confidence, you're just free flowing. You don't think about it. You play off instinct. And, they could still get themselves out of trouble.
That Newcastle game you mentioned was 2 weekends ago, and then they go straight into a North London derby after having had that break. They've only got 2 wins in their last 7 Premier League matches now for Spurs. Does that break, obviously now they've lost 2 in a row, that break seems to have affected them as well.
Maybe, but I think when you're in good form, you don't want the break, do you? You want to continually play and just keep that flow going. So I don't know if you can use that as an excuse. Maybe it was, I don't know, the 2 week could have been an opportunity to work on the set pieces. You never know. But it's been a tough last 3 games for them for sure. And they did look low on confidence today. They looked very low on confidence. It was a sloppy performance, I thought. They gave the ball away numerous times. And when you see the top teams at this moment in time, Man City and Arsenal are obviously the teams that people are trying to bridge that gap towards. Liverpool obviously just dropped off. They keep the ball so well. They move the ball around. They don't waste possession very often. And today I saw a very scrappy Tottenham.